Welcome, political enthusiasts. Today we dive into the recent controversy surrounding Labour leader Kier Starmer's endorsement of Thatcherism. Starmer's praise for Margaret Thatcher's transformative policies has stirred the pot, raising eyebrows and concerns about the conservative undertones of his project. Critics argue that his endorsement seems to conveniently overlook the weak economic growth and the inequitable distribution of wealth that resulted from Thatcher's policies. They suggest that Starmer's shift to the right is a departure from his earlier rejection of austerity and promises of investing in public services. In fact, his recent hints at potential spending cuts have left many wondering if he's swapped his progressive hat for a conservative one. So, Starmer's recent statements have left many questioning the direction of his leadership. Now let's delve deeper into the economic implications of Starmer's policies. In the early days of his leadership, Starmer made a firm stand against austerity. He was vocal in his promise to invest heavily in public services, a move welcomed by many who saw it as a departure from the era of cuts and belt-tightening. However, recent events suggest a shift in Starmer's economic stance. Lately, Starmer has hinted that spending cuts, the very thing he initially rejected, may be on the horizon. This change of heart is a stark contrast to his earlier promises, and it has left many wondering if the Labour leader is backtracking on his commitments. Another worrisome aspect of Starmer's policies is the lack of a clear plan for economic growth. Economic growth is the lifeblood of any nation, and without a solid strategy in place, the future can look uncertain. This omission is puzzling to say the least and adds to the growing list of concerns regarding Starmer's economic approach. Then there's the issue of green borrowing funds. Under Starmer, these funds, which are crucial for bolstering the green economy and tackling climate change, have been dramatically scaled back. This move raises further questions about Labour's economic theory and whether it can deliver on its promise of a greener, more sustainable economy. Taken together, these actions paint a picture of economic policy that is, at best, inconsistent and at worst cause for concern. Starmer's initial rejection of austerity, his promise to invest in public services, his lack of a clear growth plan, and the scaling back of green borrowing funds all raise doubts about his economic strategy. It seems that the economic direction Starmer is taking has left many in doubt. Adding fuel to the fire, Starmer's acceptance of nativist policies has raised eyebrows. It's a twist in the tale that's causing ripples of surprise across the political spectrum. One such policy that Kier Starmer has seemingly given his nod to is Boris Johnson's household salary threshold for spousal visas, a move that is being seen by many as a stark deviation from Labour's traditional values. Now let's take a moment to ponder over the implications of this. The household salary threshold for spousal visas is a policy that's been under the scanner for its potential to create divisions among families to disrupt the social fabric. It's a policy that's been criticised for perpetuating economic disparity, for setting a price on love and family unity. And yet here we have Starmer, the leader of the Labour Party, a party that has long championed social equality and inclusivity, aligning himself with such a policy. This acceptance of nativist policies by Starmer is not just an endorsement of a singular policy, but rather it raises questions about the overall direction he is steering the Labour Party towards. Is this a new Labour, one that is willing to compromise on its core values? Or is this a strategic move, a gamble to win over certain sections of the electorate? Starmer's alignment with such policies has sparked a debate about Labour's ideological stance. And as we delve further into this, one thing is clear. The political landscape is shifting, and with it, the very foundations of the Labour Party may well be undergoing a seismic shift. The question that remains now is, are we ready for this new dawn? Finally, we come to the question of Starmer's true political ideology. There's a growing belief that Starmer's political philosophy remains elusive, a puzzle yet to be solved. This lack of ideological clarity has led to conjectures that he may be more aligned with the right of the Labour Party, a suggestion that has stirred a fair amount of controversy. Surrounding himself with people who resonate with the Labour right, Starmer's leadership has sparked debates about his political leanings. Is he a progressive, a centrist, or a conservative dressed in Labour clothing? This question has become a central theme in British politics, an enigma that has the potential to shape the future trajectory of the Labour Party and the nation. For those who had hoped for a progressive agenda under Starmer's leadership, this ideological ambiguity has been a source of disappointment. They had envisioned a leader with a clear and consistent political philosophy, someone who could articulate a compelling vision for the future. Instead, they find themselves grappling with uncertainty, unsure of what Starmer truly stands for and where he intends to lead the party. In the end, Starmer's ideological ambiguity has left the nation and his party in a state of uncertainty. As we continue to navigate the political landscape, we can only wait and see how this enigma unfolds and what it means for the future of British politics.